Like me, you are probably amazed and excited about NotebookLM's infographic feature. So pretty, so shiny, so intricate. But is it just like a party trick to make pretty pictures? Or is it a practical tool that you can actually use? Today, I have 22 examples to show you to help you decide. Hi, I'm Chantal, and welcome to AI for 50 Plus. Born before Wi-Fi, owning AI. In this video, I'll show you 5 super useful ideas, the one I've been working on for the last few days, and then I'll share a rapid-fire menu of 17 more to help you organize your life. For these first 5, I'll show you the secret sauce, how the source text, your facts, works with the designer prompt, your visual instructions. Let's go to NotebookLM. Example number 1 is emergency medical information. In an emergency, paramedics need the facts, not a story. And if you get even a bit stressed out, you might forget things. So I thought it was really important to have that really crucial information handy. For this first example, I'll walk you through the whole process. For the others, it's simply the same thing. First step is you go to NotebookLM, notebooklm.google.com. Then you would create a new notebook by clicking here, Create New Notebook. Then this interface appears and you would simply click on Copy Text and you would paste the text that I will show you in this area here. And then you would insert and that would give you your first source. Let's go to the other notebook so that I can show you. The reason why you need a source, of course, is that will anchor the work that NotebookLM will do in the studio here, and that's where infographics lives. So let me show you the information itself, and of course it's all made up. That information is everything here at the bottom, and you'll see that there's not a lot of information. Really, it's very simple. Critical medical alerts, blood type, allergic reactions to medication, daily medication, then primary medical contacts with the physician and phone number and the hospital and phone number, then emergency services and insurance, ambulance and health insurance with the policy number and the phone number. That's it. Very, very simple. Now, once you have this source here, what you would do is to go into infographics, click on the pencil here, and what I did for the first 4 examples that I will show you out of 5, I clicked on portrait. For the last one, I left it on default. And standard is fine. And then you would post the prompt that I will show you here in this area and click on generate. Let me show you what it generated actually. So here is the information. You have the critical medical alert, you have the medical contacts with the doctor, the hospital, and then the ambulance and the insurance policy. Very simple, very airy and uncluttered, and I wanted to do that because if you have really crucial emergency information, I wanted it to be simple. Now, NotebookLM can do things that are much more intricate and detailed, and I will show you that in one of the later examples. Let's go and I'll show you the prompt now. So you will click on those 3 dots here and you go to View Custom Prompt, and here is the prompt. Now, the prompt is a bit more complex than the source text, but it worked. Create a professional, airy, and high contrast emergency medical information infographic based on my information. Then I go and explain what colors I want and also how I want it to look. 3 distinct sections. Top sections being the primary alerts. Then bottom right is ambulance and health, insurance. And then the last one is medical contacts with the physician and the hospital. And then, of course, I pasted it, and that's what it gave me. So now when the paramedics come, if I'm stressed out, I can simply point to that document. Let's go to example number 2. Imagine something happens when you're at home or even when you travel. You need a plan that works even if you're panicking. And that's example number 2, the emergency essentials. Now, for the source text, I'll show you. It's fairly simple, like the first example. simply put the relevant services and their phone numbers. So you have the police department, fire, neighborhood watch, utility, then the lost documents and cards section, stolen bank card with an action item, lost passport, and then identity backup, passport number, driver's license, residency card, like me if you're living in another country. And then finally, digital access recovery, the master key location, and the 2 function authorization paper backups. As you can see, not a lot of information here. And then show you the prompt for for this one. And the prompt, always pretty much the same structure. Give a general outlook of what you want, professional, area, and visually sophisticated 4-quadrant emergency essentials infographic. Then you talk about colors, what you want, and finally you talk about how you want the information presented. So top left would be emergency contacts, top right, lost documents and cards, bottom left, identity backup, and bottom right, digital access recovery. And I always finish with the visual requirements. I want an airy feel, again, uncluttered for emergency info, generous padding, the large, bold sans serif font, and rounded corners, and export as a high resolution PNG. So that's the prompt. Let me show you what it gave me. And here we are. And yeah, it's still a bit boring, but you have all the information, no typos, and everything is here. So again, another use case that can be very, very handy. Let's move now to the third example. In the next 3 examples, you'll see that I started to use NotebookLM's impressive talent for design and color. Example number 3 is the Vitality, Movement, and Nutrition Plan, or the Vitality Plan. I wanted an exercise plan that didn't look like a boring medical form. Let me show you first the infographic itself. And I think you'll find that it's a bit less boring. So, I mean, it's a bit square, but it's still motivating. You have the baseline here, you have the strength days in one color, you have the cardio in another color, and you have the rest and recovery in yet another color. So, you know what? I'm going to make myself one really specific, and I think it will motivate me to see it and to actually check things. And so let's show you the text itself. Here we go. Here's my source. Of course, I developed this with, I think in this case it was Gemini. So daily baseline goals, daily steps, protein, hydration, and then every day. Monday is a strength day, upper body, workout and steps. Tuesday is cardio zone number 2. Wednesday is strength lower body. Thursday is active recovery. Friday is strength full body, Saturday is cardio endurance, and Sunday is rest and prep. So as you can see, fairly simple again. And the prompt for this one, here we go. Same format as the others, so a general description, visually stunning, professional, high energy, weekly movement and nutrition dashboard, portrait 2x4 grid with some colors, deep navy, and then how I want the information structured. Top left box is the daily baseline, and then the strength boxes with the color, the graphics, the content, cardio boxes, giving the dates, of course, with the same thing, rest and recovery boxes, and then visual requirements, typography, the style, and finish also with the export as well. So that I find is useful as well. It can really, and you can change it, have a new one every month maybe to motivate you even more. Let's move on to example number 4. I thought of my parents for example number 4, the Tech Quick Start, because tech is all about sequence. So I'll show you here first my source text, and you'll see that I'm very specific on the sequence. So I have 3 sections. The first one is the force restart for iPhone and iPad, and you'll see in the infographic that I kept the one that had only the iPhone because I felt it was too cluttered with the iPad as well. So that's the sequence I'm talking about. Number 1, press volume up. Number 2, volume down, and then hold the side power button. The action, and then the wait, the iPad, and then the other section, video calls, how to connect with FaceTime, WhatsApp, and Messenger, with how to do it. And finally, TV fundamentals. Of course, depending on the brand of your TV, the remote will be different, but there are some universal symbols. So the power symbols, the input source symbol, home, and back. Now, let me show you the prompt that went with this one. Here's the prompt. Again, general description with the colors, and then the sections. Top section is the troubleshooting one for the iPhone. Middle section, the video calls, and bottom sections, the TV. And again, ending with the visual requirements. So let me show you what that gave me. I like that one. Of course, I really like turquoise and aqua and colors like that, but it's really nice. If you look here, you see the 1, 2, 3 sequence, and you even see which buttons, roughly, calling the family, how to do it, and the universal remotes. So, yeah, that one could be very helpful as well. And finally, number 5, the goals for the year board. I wanted the 2026 goal board that felt substantial and beautiful. Let me show you what it gave me. Isn't that gorgeous? The content, of course, is in the source text, and the prompt gave those requirements. Steampunk, sextant here, a hot air balloon here, an orrery here, and a mechanical heart here. And I also indicated the colors I wanted, but isn't that awesome? Now, I want to point out 2 things because I'll bring you after just to show you how I corrected this. My mythical 2-headed fountain pen here, of course, that's not great. And the titles here in these sections, this one and this one, we have 2 titles. We have the plaque here and we have it here. Same thing on this one. Now, it would have been great if the 4 of them had plaques, like health, purpose, and relationships and prosperity would have had a separate plaque, brass one. But you know what? It's fine. So here we go. I'll show you the text, the source text, and those are partly made up. Some of it is based on my goals, but not quite. Here we go. Goals for the year, prosperity with the 2 goals, health with the 2 goals, relationships with the goals, and purpose. Again, fairly simple. And then for the prompt itself, here we go. Same structure in that prompt, the general aesthetics here, Victorian machinery, steampunk with the colors, then my central anchor with the journal and the fountain pen, and then the modules themselves. Top left is prosperity, and I wanted a sextant. Bottom left is health with the clockwork human heart. Top right is relationships with the hot air balloon, and the bottom right is the purpose with the orrery. And finally, the visual requirements as usual. So pretty good. So let me show you now. I'll go to Canva because I'll show you how I corrected it. And here it is in Canva. And as you can see, I've lost the mythical 2-headed fountain pen. It's now regular fountain pen with 1 nib, and there's a bit of a ghost of a nib here, but you know what, it works. And I, of course, removed the title here, that was here and here, and it's very simple to do that. You simply go into Edit, and I use the magic eraser for the titles here, and I use the magic edit for my fountain pen so that it became a regular one. So that's example number 5. Those were the top 5, but let's fly through 17 more ways this tool can make your life easier. Category 1, health and wellness. Health trends. Highlight green zones in medical blood work to track changes. Medication management. Convert handouts into visual schedules or what to ask lists. Nutrition visuals. Turn articles into Eat the Rainbow grocery charts. Lifestyle maps. Visualize how factors like caffeine impact your sleep. Specialist cheat sheets. Distill dense books into top questions for your trainer. Category 2, safety and security. Digital safety. Build scam red flag posters to protect you from suspicious texts. Category 3, learning. Visual study guides. Organize glossaries and common mistake posters for any subject. Comparison charts. Build Tool A versus Tool B grids for tech or product shopping. Language learning. Make Spanish survival phrase maps for quick review. Category 4, life management. Process maps. Turn messy technical transcripts into numbered visual guides. Retirement overview. Summarize pensions and benefits into one-page diagrams. Structural mapping. Visualize wills or condo bylaws to clarify responsibilities. Video recaps. Distill long how-to videos into one-page visual cheat sheets. Category 5, habits. Self-management. Build daily charts for hydration, vitamins, and social activity. Category 6, travel. Foodie maps. Create visual specialty maps for local markets and food trucks. Category 7, family. Genealogy timelines. Turn ancestor research into visual family narratives. Family who's who. Create relationship maps for complex family trees or stories. That was a lot, but here's why I did the rapid fire. First, I wanted to demonstrate that NotebookLM's infographic can be very, very useful. Secondly, I want you to be the producer of a future video. Let me know in the comments which one of these 17 ideas you would actually like to see the source text and the designer prompt. I'll pick the one that has the most votes and I'll create a step-by-step tutorial in a future video. If you like this video, you'll love these. Thanks for watching and see you next week.